Hey everybody, it's Natasha from Mystic Wisdom and Treasures. We are back here today for a brand new exciting pick a card reading. For today's subject, we are going to be kicking off the month of October with Halloween coming up with your October 2020 predictions with a trick-or-treat styled reading. If you would like to, you can take a moment to ground, center yourself, calm your mind, call in your spirit guides, your guardian angels, and your higher self, and ask them to help direct you to the pile or piles that contain the information for your highest good regarding what the month of October has in store for you in 2020. And with that being said, let's get into today's reading. With this being a trick-or-treat themed reading, I wanted to do something fun, so I put miscellaneous items, which you can already see a hint of some of what is in there. But I wanted to do some fun items and add them into your reading intuitively. So also, before we begin into the piles, I have this cauldron over here which has some intuitive fortunes inside of it, and I'm going to be shuffling them around and placing them into each of the baskets. So let's get into that. So for group number 1, what does the month of October 2020 have in store for them? Oh, I got one right here that I want. Okay, let's do a couple more. Get some keywords for you. One more. Let's do one more. Oh, one fell off, so we're gonna put that in. All right, for group number 2, what does the month of October have in store for you? What are some keywords? We have one that fell. That in there. What does the month of October have in store for group number 2? We have another one that fell out. One more. Group number 2. I want this one. All right, what about for group number 3? What does the month of October 2020 have in store for group number 3? Pick 3. Let's do 1. 2. And 3. All right, let's get into the pile. So for today we have group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. You can take a moment to pause the video until you find the pile that you feel the most drawn to. And when you are ready, I will have timestamps in the video description down below. Let's get into October 2020 predictions. Hello, group number 1. For those of you who are drawn to this pile, let's see what the month of October 2020 has in store for you. So let us start with what you have in your pumpkin. Let's see what is in here. So for the first thing, we have a little scroll that has some automatic writing for you. Take what resonates with you and let go of the rest. It's fun to see how this can relate to the reading and the cards. So let's see what is in the scroll. All right, group number 1. So the first thing, excuse me while I flatten out your paper. We have here we go. We have snow. I saw a white ferret. Seeing someone with glasses. I heard just smile. I also heard everything is going to be all right. Make sure to check things over twice this month. Be thorough. Ready. Saw someone in the mirror flossing, maybe taking on a big decision. That's really specific with the flossing, so I don't know what that's about, but maybe one of you can relate to that. I heard go slow. Don't make decisions in a hurry. You feel like you are running low on time. Check twice. So that seems to be a pretty prominent message. Suitcase, leaving early. Trip on a Tuesday. And leaving by ... Okay, let me get this in frame in case you would like to pause and look at this. Hopefully you can read my handwriting. Alright, so let's put that over here for now and see what else is in your pumpkin. We got some Pokemon cards and see how they tie into your reading in a little bit. We have Sea of Nothingness, Hoopa. Oh, lots of dark energy here. Drowsy. Interesting. So, tying this in with your automatic writing, this really makes me think that now is a time to kind of slow down and think things over and reflect. But we'll see how this ties into the reading more as we go. So let's just put that down right here for now and see what else you have. We have an intuitively picked stone. So, well, it was randomly picked out of a bag, so my hand intuitively chose it. We have smoky quartz. Interesting. It's a very protective stone, and it kind of goes a lot with this dark energy we have going on here, or maybe something about rest might be important and replenishing your energy. All right, what else do we have, you guys? So for each pile, I asked Spirit to provide some information for some animal spirit guides or spirit animals that may have meaning for you right now. And what came up for you was the bat spirit, butterfly, and wolf. So interesting, because the bat is nocturnal and there's kind of like this restful energy, especially if we have drowsy over here. And yeah, we'll see how that goes into it. We have butterfly, which symbolizes a lot of transformation. The wolf, taking care of your pack, being a lone wolf, so maybe taking some time to have some solitude, think things over, to really rest and reflect, go dive deep within. You may be doing some shadow work right now on yourself, or maybe Spirit is encouraging this, but again, we'll see how this ties into your reading as we go. Let's get out the fortunes that we just did for you in the beginning of the reading. These were keywords that were that intuitively popped in my head as I was going, and so all of this is random, and let's see if any of this actually relates. It'll be fun to see. So we have travel. Oh my goodness, you guys saw me shuffle through this too. We have travel, and I believe in your automatic writing we have suitcase, leaving early, trip on a Tuesday, leaving by, and you have travel. How synchronistic is that, guys? So you'll have to let me know if any of you are actually planning on traveling for the month of October or going anywhere. Or maybe you have some travel plans and it's just like a reminder to check every detail or check over all the details first before you leave. Make sure you have everything. I am not sure. That is really cool though. So what else do we have? We have chance meetings. So maybe you're going to go on a trip or go somewhere special or different and meet somebody very important in the month of October for some of you. And we have trust. And I just heard trust in the process when I heard this. We will see what else how this may tie into the reading, or if it ties into the reading. If any of that resonates with you, I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below. All right, and then for your last item, we have the coin. So I wanted to do a coin in each one of the trick-or-treat baskets and ask a yes or no question. So we'll do it 3 times. So you can either treat this like a pick a card reading where you pick the pile, except you pick the turn you're going, so 1, 2, or 3, or you can ask up to 3 questions. So if you need to think of some questions and pause the video, you can. And this will be yes, and this will be no. All right, let's get started. So for question number 1, oh, it landed on the floor, but let's do it over again just so you guys can see it. We have no. All right, question number 2. We have another no, so that's a pretty clear no. And question number 3. We have a yes for the final question. All right, let's get into your cards. All right, pile number 1. Let's see what tarot has to say to you. Let us open your reading and find out. All right, so let's start with your tarot cards here. I want to start out. Okay, so we have the Emperor, the King of Bats, we have the Moon. Interesting with the shadow work and the nocturnal feel to some of this, and the dreamy leg stake of the drowsy. That's really interesting right here with the Moon. So we will see what that has in store. We have the Devil, so definitely picking up on a lot of shadow work going on in the month of October for you. Diving deep, maybe moving somewhere farther away, taking more time for solitude. I'm already getting. We have the Moth behind the King of Bats, so I'm thinking a lot of transformation and yeah, getting away, maybe running away from certain people in your life that may be toxic, or leaving home. I also heard. We have the Nine of Ghosts. There may be somebody in your life who may be causing you some trouble, or is a bit mischievous or sneaky. We'll find out more as we go, but that could resonate for some of you. And maybe right now you're really taking like a firm footing on this and trusting in your own boundaries and instincts and leaving a situation. Definitely with the King of Bats and the Emperor here, relying on your own stability, relying on yourself. And there may be some inner turmoil that's been triggered by whatever has happened to you. I also am reminded with the castle over here of like the Tower cards, so maybe some Tower moments, things falling apart and like kind of shaking up your life to reinvent it. All right, next we have the Nine of Cups. Oh, okay. This is, in this tarot, the Nine of Ghosts, I believe, is the cup suit. So you have, that is cool. I did not know what was going to come through with this, but you have both the Nine of Cups here and the Nine of Cups with this tarot deck. So that's really, really cool. Yes, definitely some, a sense of solitude for you. Group number 1, interesting. We have the Eight of Cups, so a lot of emotional energy. You notice how she's kind of taking her bag and leaving these other cups behind and going on her own somewhere different, somewhere a little more unknown. She may be a little more anxious. We have the Hierophant, so definitely taking some time to yourself, going within. I'm feeling some teaching vibes, so some of you may be teachers or maybe interested in teaching pursuits or being some sort of teacher, whether this is literal, whether this is mentoring, especially with younger children. So take that how it resonates. We have healer, so yes, oh my goodness, this is oh, tarot. We have the healer, so there's a lot of healing going on, a lot of shadow work in the month of October for you. Wow, going within, learning to trust yourself. Oh my goodness, I am not doing this on purpose, you guys. This is amazing. So kind of going into like this nocturnal mode for your own healing and own like trusting your own gut instincts. We have dedication. This also makes me think of teaching for some reason. And containment. So I'm feeling for some of you, maybe some abundance is on the way with that. All right, let's see what the month of October has in store for you, pile number one, besides what we've already gone over here. So, you guys, this is pretty incredible to me. It shocks myself because of everything that came through with the automatic writing and choosing the keywords at random. Is very synchronistic, and spirit is amazing in how they organize this. Even your spirit animals, we have the animal of transformation here. There's the bat is nocturnal and it's also taking flight. You have two spirit animals in this pile that take flight, and we also have the wolf, which can be going on your own way. So for you in the month of October, this is going to be a month of really evaluating your circle, really evaluating the people around you, trusting in your instincts to see who deserves a spot in your life and who does not. I feel like maybe some of you are being triggered by specific people in your life or a specific person that really provokes you to go within yourself. And I feel a lot of contemplative energy with the Nine of Ghosts here, which is the Nine of Cups, and you have two cups here. 2 Nine of Cups. So this is really important. I see like a lot of your innermost thoughts maybe getting the best of you. You may be feeling stressed, anxious, worried, like you're fending off your thoughts. And I see you taking a lot of time to yourself in the month of October. Maybe some of you are going to get more into a spiritual practice in order to help heal yourself and do some shadow work, or just help you trust in your own intuitive abilities. So you really diving in, doing the work, doing a lot that enhances your intuitive abilities, and your intuition is going to be very strong the month of October. We have both the Hierophant, the way that she is meditating here. We have the Nine of Cups. She also has her eyes closed and she's in solitude, and it's like she's trying to get the space she needs to collect her own thoughts, her own intuition, to have her own healing. And we have the Moon, which can do a lot with the subconscious mind, things that are hidden. We see in this, he's also looking towards this castle and looking for a way out. So some of you might be stuck in your own head. Some of you are really being thrown an important decision in the month of October. Something that really needs your immediate attention. I'm feeling with the dedication altar card here that Spirit is telling you there's a lesson within whatever is happening to you recently or will be happening to you in the month of October that's going to have you trusting in your own independence. We have trust up here. Yeah, there's a lot of inner work going on here, and I feel like you'll be able to better trust your thoughts too by having the space you need away from other people, gathering your energy so you can recollect your own thoughts. I feel like maybe some of you are tend to be people pleasers, or if not a people pleaser, or if you resonate with that or have had to deal with that in your life, somebody who is very empathic, is like an emotional sponge. You're always considering the needs of others. You're very intuitive to this, and sometimes it's been hard for you to build up the boundaries, but I'm feeling like something might have triggered you recently where you felt like this is important for you to step up now. But I'm also hearing like your anger may be getting the best of you for whatever reason this month. or lately. And Spirit's really encouraging you to take time to yourself. We also have the Sea of Nothingness up here. And this makes me think a lot about having that solitude to yourself so you can come back with the proper intuition and your own energy recollected. And I feel like that's very important for you, so you get a grip of your own thoughts, your own wants, your own needs. Coming to terms with your own decision. You're going to have to make a really important decision in the month of October, I'm feeling, for a lot of you, that really connects to, I know this is going to get pretty intense here, but this is just what's coming through for some of you watching this, that are resonating here. But I'm just going to be honest and say whatever Spirit is saying to me. I'm feeling like something is being brought to your attention that's triggering a core wound for you. And it's really evaluating you, and Spirit's saying, asking you to step up. So you're going to be encouraged to be more, make decisions more independently this month. Like, consider everything with yourself. Be your own counsel, I heard. To make the decision that's right for you. And some of that might be actually you being by yourself, or taking time for solitude, or moving somewhere by yourself away from the people around you. Let's see what else. Some of you might be feeling pretty confined. We have kind of this gate blocking the werewolf here. You see how he's holding it and he's looking over the fence. Oops. And we also have the devil, which has these people on chains, and they feel like they can't get out. And so some of you may feel like there's a situation they're trapped in, or there may be too many people around you. But I feel like this is a test to see, testing your boundaries. Spirit is saying this is a lesson, this is a test, this is happening for a very karmic reason. I don't mean to off-put anybody, but I'm just going to give you this honestly, that this may be something that's coming up for you in the month of October, or diving into your shadow work. Again, I do feel as if that there's something that's going to trigger you to go within, or maybe triggering some core wounds. Maybe there's been something when you were younger that caused you to be more of a people pleaser, and there's something triggering this, but instead of being a people pleaser, it's almost like you have the choice to do the opposite, but also not let your anger get the best of you. Anger is natural, but that's just something that Spirit is wanting you to consider. And they're also saying, when you make a choice, make sure you are in a clear, okay, I get where this is going. You make sure you are in a clear frame of mind. So it might be necessary for you to separate yourself from the situation or your environment, or from other people around you that may be causing stress or getting on your nerves, or whatever this is for you. It's necessary for you to have some solitude, some alone time, get some space, maybe go on a trip, in order to clear your head. Come to terms with the decision, so you're not making a choice out of anger, and you're more centered, and you can make the right choice for this reason. And I feel like there's a lot of healing going on by doing this, so I think that's a lot of advice that Spirit is giving you for this month. To rest, recuperate on your own, do your inner work, come to terms with what is right for you with whatever decision this is. And then come back when you're in the right frame of mind, because sometimes when people are irritating us, or especially if they're triggering a core wound, maybe they're not even meaning to trigger, it's important to have the solitude so that you don't snap at them for this, for whatever had happened in the past, to have this like trigger for you. Yeah, it's definitely necessary for the month of October to get some time to yourself, to sort out your decisions and your thoughts and your feelings on whatever is going on. Really get a grip on what you want, and what you want is very important. So make the decision based on your own needs this month too, but make sure you get the alone time or time away so that you can say things not from a place of feeling more angry or more irritated or anything along those lines. Take that how it resonates with you. If that does not resonate with you, just discard it. And yeah, but that's really coming through strong for somebody watching this. Having time alone, having time to recuperate. There's a lot of transformation going on. So I'm hearing by the end of the month, you're going to come to a conclusion on something. And it's going to be a really pivotal moment in your life. So going forward. So a very important life decision that's going to alter the course of your reality a lot in a good way. And helps you to rely on yourself better and your own instincts, and your own ability to be firm and have boundaries, and rely on yourself. I'm also hearing, and rely on your own decision making. I heard you are your own inner wellspring, looking over here, and also back to the Hierophant. Alright, I think that's all I have for you, pile number 1. I hope that you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. If this resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed your October 2020 prediction. Hello, group number 2. For those of you who are drawn to this pile, hello and welcome to your October 2020 prediction reading. Before we get into the cards, let's see what is in your pumpkin over here. So, first off, we have a scroll containing some automatic writing messages for you. Let's read that and see how it resonates with the reading, or if it resonates with the reading, or if any of you resonate with this. Let me flatten out this scroll real quick. I'm just trying to get it more flat so I can read it properly. Alright, so group number 2, take what resonates with you and leave behind what does not. And if any of this somehow resonates with you, I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below. All right, let's see. So we have first seeing a white cat. That's really interesting that a white animal is popping up, because I believe a white ferret had popped up in the automatic writing for the last pile. But anyway, so first I saw a white cat. I heard Franklin, sketchbook, realize your potential. I also heard film studies, late rise, get to where you're going, don't be afraid to ask, Mississippi or Missouri, get on the fortune, saw an image or symbol of a travel van, artistic group, soulful, adventure on the horizon, have fun, trust you already see, sleep, proper rest, ladybug spirit, and ask for help. So I will try to get that in frame. Hopefully you can read my writing. If you'd like to pause to read over this, you can. Alright, let's see what else is in your trick-or-treat basket. So next we have some Pokemon cards. We have, I am not going to try to butcher that name. We have this card. I'm more acquainted with the older stuff for sure. Some of the newer stuff, I look at some of the names, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to butcher that. We have Rose Tower and some water energy. So that's interesting. Let me take a peek at this to see if I get anything yet out of it. So some of you might have some opportunity or some sort of opportunity coming up for you really soon, or maybe there's an opportunity ahead, but you might be shying away from it. Water energy can talk about reflection and reflection, and maybe you're reflecting too much. See how it looks like this Pokemon has its back turned here, and it's like against this card, it's like it's looking at it, but it's not fully facing whatever lies ahead here. And that's interesting because we also have the realize your potential here and get to where you're going. Don't be afraid to ask. I was just trying to refer back to the automatic writing, but we'll see how this ties in as we go, if it ties in some more, or if that's a certain message for some of you. Next, we have your stone intuitively picked out. We have the Amazonite. So when this comes up right now, it's making me think about the ease of talking or communication for some reason. So maybe some of you have something you want to say to somebody, or you've been thinking it over or mulling it around in your head for a while, and maybe it's time to really speak up and speak out about whatever it is you want to communicate, and your communication will be blessed in the month of October if you do this. So that is your stone so far. Let's see what else is in here for you. I did some spirit animals, or asked Spirit to provide some spirit animals that may have some significance. Sorry for that, you guys. I had Maui howling in the background. Anyway, what I was saying was I asked Spirit to provide me some spirit animals that may have significance for you for the month of October, or meaning. So I got 3 different ones. We have cat, polar bear, it's interesting, and dog. So we just have the dog howling, so dog might be pretty strong for somebody. But we'll see again how that really ties in. When I'm seeing with the cat right here, this kind of makes me think of someone looking at something they want from a distance. You know how cats gonna sneak up on their prey, and sometimes they go at it slowly and like sneaky, and but it's like you're eyeing something from a distance that you want. So we will see the dog and the dog howling in the background right there just a moment ago. Reminds me of communication again, so tying in with the crystal over here. Or you may be needing to communicate some sort of desire, or speaking up about something that you want so that you can attain it and go after what you really want. What you've really wanted for a long time too, with this water and reflection energy here. Alright, so for your fortunes that we pulled earlier, we got 3 here. Let's see what they are and how they may tie in. So let's start with this one. Celebrate. How cool. So you may be having something to celebrate for in the month of October, and with looking at the rose tower over here, that kind of makes me think of like some sort of event or party, or again just an accomplishment to celebrate. So that may mean something for some of you. We have money, so some opportunity for financial windfall may be coming up for you. Makes me think of that with this card too, with the grass energy here and the green. So making abundance out of your talents or your skills, honing in on your skills. So with the cat, that makes me think of honing in on something too. So maybe honing in on something in particular to make money, or an opportunity to make money, maybe some sort of promotion even, or there may be a chance for you to move up in some way, but you have to take the action, or you communicate it to attain it, but it's something that you've really been wanting, and or abundance flowing to you too with that water energy. And then we have follow your dreams. Okay, so definitely some sort of opportunity you do not want to turn your back to in the month of October. Something really exciting going on for you. group number 2 for many of you. Let's refer back to this again. There's like this artistic flair to this group with the automatic writing, and I see that for like honing in on a skill. So maybe there is a certain skill set that you have of some sort, or talent that you have that you maybe use to bring more abundance and opportunity into your life in the month of October. A reason to celebrate, so definitely some abundance flowing in for you in the month of October. Some money flowing in for sure. So that being said, we can see if this ties in more as we get into the cards. Let us move this over real quick. And see. Yes, artistic skills are going to be really honed in for a lot of you. So this might be a really creative group. Oh, before we get into the cards, I have a token here so we can ask some yes or no questions. You can either you can either do this like a picky card reading, like when you select what pile you are drawn to, except choose a number or a turn. I'm going to ask Spirit 3 times. So this will be yes. We're asking yes or no questions. Yes and no. You can take a moment to pause the video if you would like, and you can think of up to 3 questions. You can think of up to 3 questions to ask if you would like, or you can choose what turn you feel drawn to ask on. But let's get into that. So this will be yes, and this will be no. So question number 1, no. For question number 2, oh, we have yes. And question number 3, we have another yes. Okay, and I'm also looking at that pile, so this might be some sort of abundance related question, and Spirit is telling yes, you're gonna make that money. So this is a very abundant and talented pile, but sometimes you don't recognize your own gifts and strengths, or you don't have enough confidence to go after that sometimes. And Spirit is telling you this is the month to really chase after your dreams. That's really interesting. So let's see if any of this kind of correlates with your tarot cards over here. Shall we? So let us open that up. Let's start with your Halloween tarot first. Oh, cool. This is awesome, you guys. I am not making any of this up. I had no idea what was going to come through with the cards in relation to any of this. I do this separately, so I have no intention of reflecting back as I'm doing these things. So we have first the Ace of Pumpkins, which is the Ace of Pentacles. So definitely a new chance for creative opportunities, financial abundance, your skills granting you financial abundance, some sort of some sort of opportunity that leads to some money being gained, or some sort of prosperity or abundance of something. We have next the Empress. Yes, so this is definitely my creative pile. Wow, you guys. It's so interesting. Okay, we also have a cat right here, and one of your spirit animals was a cat. So this is a very important totem for you in the month of October. So honing in on your skill set and having confidence within your own talents, and using that creative drive that you have to bring in some financial windfall. Taking advantage of opportunities as they arise, speaking up when that time comes to voice what you want, or voice that you want to be counted in for some sort of opportunity. So definitely jump on board with whatever that is this month in October. We have the Tower. So a chance for change, maybe. We have another cat here. We'll see more as we go how that really comes to place. And actually, oh my goodness, I didn't even notice that till just now. But with the Tower card, we see the cat looking over at this building here, which is supposed to be the tower from a distance. And it's imagining in my head, like looking at this for this specific reading so far. I'm feeling like it's you're the cat here, and it's like you're looking at a distance at something that feels farther away from you than it is, but imagining what could go wrong instead of what could go right. And this is about having faith in your own creative endeavors, your own creative skill sets, your own skill sets in general. It doesn't have to even be creative, but really relying on yourself for that. And some of you, I'm feeling, may have been drawn to pile 1 as well, so that might be your sign to look at both of these piles. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. You guys, again, I swear I am not... I'm getting ahead of myself. I just saw one of the cards. Okay, we'll come back to that. I'm getting ahead. I saw one of the cards. But we have the 8 of Bats. So it's like you're keeping yourself caged from an opportunity. You're trying, like, tempted to hold yourself back and stay in your comfort zone. But this is not the time to stay in your comfort zone, especially having the Tower here. Do not stay in your comfort zone the month of October. This is not the month for that. This is the month of going after those opportunities and not waiting, taking a leap of faith. We have the King of Imps, which is the King of Wands. This is the 8 of Swords, too, by the way. And I believe I already said this is the Ace of Pentacles in this deck. Yes, it's fire energy, taking chances, taking a leap of faith, creative endeavors, moving ahead in your own career ladder or ambitions. Making some money, you guys. Wow. How fun. Okay, guys. We have the Page of Swords, so new ideas, new opportunities. Once again, I am not making this up. And this is, let's move this over here because I want to have these two. This is what I was talking about just a moment ago. We have the Ace of Pentacles again, and it's interesting that I said some of you may have been drawn to pile number 1 too, because they had like a double suit too with the same card for a different card. But we have 2 Ace of Pentacles over here, so this is a strongly abundant month for you with a new opportunity that grants you the chance to really follow after your dreams and take that step closer towards your dreams this month. Wow. A very important opportunity is definitely coming up that you do not want to miss. I know I'm doing a lot of hand gestures here, guys. I hope I'm not being distracting. Anyway, we have next the 3 of Pentacles. More Pentacles energy. Yes. And this was like communication with somebody else, with other people, combining your skills and talents together. Speaking up and within a group and letting your voice be heard, or letting your idea be heard, or letting yourself shine in this way. Even though you may feel anxious and usually maybe you're more holding back in your thoughts because of the fear of what others may think, or that what you have to say isn't good enough, or what you have to offer isn't good enough. But this is the month to definitely speak up, especially with the Page of Swords right here. Okay, guys. We have a Chalice Fulfillment. A lot of abundant energy, a lot of emotional satisfaction if you follow this chance and opportunity instead of staying stuck in your head. If you're going to be stuck in your head, do not stay stuck in your head for very long this month. That's a pretty strong message. And speaking of being stuck in your head, we have concealment. So... wow. Cloak concealment. Definitely let yourself be heard. If the norm for you is to stay hidden, do not stay hidden this month. And then we have, Awakening. Wow. A lot of growth within yourselves to step into this King of Wands energy, to become this more King of Wands. Whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. It's just the energy of the card itself. This may be a pile that not all of you are, and I feel maybe like half of you might be entrepreneurs or have a certain creative skill set. Or talent or something that you want to accomplish. For some reason, when I say accomplish, I look at the awakening here with the flowers blooming. What was I just saying? Yeah, some of you are being called to take a leap of faith this month. Definitely with this King of Imps energy right here. Definitely. There's an opportunity. Yeah, so the Rose Tower here. We have all this cat energy when I said like honing in from a distance. There's something that you want, but it's almost like you're holding yourself back and you're imagining what can go wrong. And Spirit is saying to cut that out, move forward anyway this month. Don't turn your back to this. Turn around towards the opportunity. Speak up when you need to. Showcase your talents. Advertise your products if you own your own business or whatever this is, or show people. Really showcase what you have to offer this month. This is going to lead you to an amazing opportunity that's going to get you to where you really want to be. I'm sorry that I just shook the camera there. I'm getting too handsy. Yeah, and again, with the realize your potential back in your automatic writing, and a new adventure is on the horizon. Wow, you guys. Something really exciting is going to present itself in the month of October, but it requires you to take a leap of faith, take a risk towards your own like self-deprecating thoughts. And maybe that's something you usually struggle with, or your own anxiety of just not feeling like you're good enough for whatever it is. But if you do, you have a reason to celebrate. So take the leap of faith this month, whatever that is. You are definitely going to be presented with something, some sort of opportunity that leads to a lot of emotional fulfillment. Looking at the fulfillment and celebrate up here, this kind of gives me like this 3 of Cups feeling too. And I believe that may have been in the last pile. I don't remember. We have water energy up here too, which is catching my eye. And the flowers need this water in order to bloom. I don't know why I said that, but that is something that is coming up. I'm also hearing this is the month to prove to yourself what you can really accomplish and be who you want to be. How valuable what you have to offer is, how valuable you are. Shining in the spotlight. Do not stray away from the spotlight at all this month, you guys. Not you guys, because you have the opportunity of a lifetime, it almost feels like, for some of you, or some sort of opportunity that will lead to something that's worth celebrating, especially in pursuits of whatever your passions are, or whatever it is you want to do in life, or whatever your dreams are. Follow your dreams this month. Think about what lies ahead in your dreams, what you want to accomplish, and how you want to be seen in the world. Don't view yourself as like you're going to accomplish this tower over here, because that's not what I'm feeling for you in this pile. I'm feeling like it's jumping over your own hurdle for this group. And again, that just makes me think of a card that was presented in group number 1. So again, that might be some of your signs to go back to group number 1 and watch that video too. But there's a big opportunity for you to really showcase yourself this month, to really bloom and awaken to who you really are, and take advantage of this opportunity, to lose the self-doubt. And even if you doubt yourself, to move forward anyway, and it's going to make you more confident in yourself and your abilities, and really forges the path ahead for you. And this is going to be a very pivotal moment for you if you take this risk. Showcase yourself. Do not be shy with this month. Let yourself be heard. Let your ideas be heard. Go ahead and leap after that pinnacle, because I feel strongly for you. This is your lucky month with that, but it requires you to move ahead even if your thoughts are squashing yourself down, because your only obstacle is yourself. And that might be kind of corny sounding, but it's true for you. With this polar bear spirit, what I feel like this ties in with is maybe just isolating yourself for too long, not showcasing like what's special about you, or feeling like it's not gonna happen when the only obstacle that's in your way is yourself, because you're holding yourself back with these self-defeating thoughts. Definitely with the 8 of Bats over here, which is the 8 of Swords, a lot of mental energy. You see how she is tied up and she has the blindfold over her. This is your own thoughts. Your talents are going to be celebrated this month and lead to a lot of fulfillment that's going to ask you to step up and embody more of this King of Wands energy that you want to be in, that you truly are. Yes, this is like your true authentic self. And you're climbing ladders and you're ambitious, but the hurdle to get past is your mind that makes you feel small, that blocks you from moving ahead sometimes, or has in the past. But this is the time to not listen to that, get past it, and it's really going to show you who you really are and what you can really attain, and that your dreams are really possible of attaining. All right, that's all I have for you. Pile number 2. Sounds like it's going to be a very exciting month for you, a very abundant month for you. I hope that you enjoyed your reading. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment down below if it resonates with you, and subscribe to my channel if you are new and you would like to see more content like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you enjoy your day. Hello, pile number 3, our final pile for today. Hello and welcome to your reading. Let's find out what the month of October 2020 has in store for you. Before we get into your cards, let's get into your trick-or-treat basket and see what we have for you and how this can tie into the reading. So first we have your automatic writing scroll. Gotta flatten this out. Okay, so group number 3. We have Not My Time. Reminds me of the song. It's escaping me who it's by right now, but it's popping in my head. It's an older song. There's a time to act. Interesting how these two connect. Put on a brave face. Music. DJ song. Play the mix. Golden opportunity. Job. Lost job. Timing. So there's a important message about timing for someone watching this. So take this how it resonates with you. Leave behind what does not. This might be specific for a certain person or a few of you. Felt sense of some impatience. So yes, you may be feeling like time is of the essence this month. Look over your shoulder and to the right. Interesting. It's very specific. All things take time. More messages about time. Build in trust. So trust in the process, and apologize. All right, let's see how this ties in to the rest of your reading as we go, or if it does, or if that's specific to somebody. Next, we have some Pokemon cards for you. Let's go. Your first one is Charmander. We have Rose. I'm definitely sensing like some impatience to act on something, or feeling like there's something farther away from you, which I keep saying, like I said for the last pile, if you feel drawn to this pile, watch pile number 1, 2 if you feel drawn to, because blah 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 blah. But I'm feeling like maybe some of you were also drawn to pile 2 that chose this reading. So both of these piles may have messages for you. Next we have Houndour, sorry. Let me look at this real quick and see what, I'm already getting some feelings from this. I'm really noticing like the orange and reds in these 2 cards, and we have some on the Pokemon here right too, but it feels like, especially with the rain pouring down on the Charmander, and he's lit up, and it's like he's looking for something, or there's something he really wants, but it's like the environment around him isn't allowing for this to happen right now. So in Houndour, there may be something that you want to charge right ahead to, but it either feels really far away, or maybe it's a matter of timing for you of when this opportunity is going to present itself, and it's just reminding you to have patience for the right time to act. So that could be for some of you. What else do we have? We have your stone. I chose rainbow fluorite. I had a bag full of crystals, and I intuitively felt through the bag and chose which one. So we have rainbow fluorite for your crystal. This makes me think of also creative pursuits for some reason with this card. Yeah, or calming the mind or the heart. So I also had asked Spirit to provide me with some animal totems and spirit animals that may have significance for you in the month of October, and I have 3 here. So you may want to look these up if you feel drawn to, or if you notice these animals popping up into your reality, this could be your sign. We have lizard, frog. This makes me think of like jumping ahead. Woo! I almost knocked your trick-or-treat basket off there. And penguin. So maybe you're not getting to where, I don't know why to say this, but maybe you're not getting to where you want to be fast enough in your terms, but Spirit is saying like this opportunity will present itself, but you have to have patience and wait for that right opportune moment and really seize it when that comes up. But just to have patience and trust in the divine for this. Alright, let's see what else we got in your basket. So let's go with the 3 Halloween fortunes we drew at the beginning of this reading and see what came up. We have heart to heart. So maybe there's somebody that feels farther away from you, or you have you're waiting for the opportune moment to talk to somebody, but just know the time is coming. You may be feeling impatient for what you have to say, but your time will come to have this heart to heart, or see somebody you want to see, or get to ask them a question. Maybe some of you want to ask people on a date. I don't know. But we also have friendship. So maybe some of you are trying to mend a broken friendship, or some sort of friendship, or telling you to lean on your friends. And we have bloom, which makes me think of the last reading, so that again could be a sign to go check out group number 2. I don't know. What else? Let me see if there's anything else right here real quick. I just heard waiting for your golden opportunity to come, and it's like you feel a little discouraged sometimes waiting for whatever this is, but just know the time is going to come, and you may be feeling more like moving forward quickly towards the opportunity quicker than it's arriving to you, but know that the divine has a plan and divine timing for a situation, an endeavor of some sort, or whatever this is, whatever you're waiting for, it will come in the right time. Just know that the universe has a plan and you're trying to move faster than its plan. And I know not everyone wants to hear that, but it's just what Spirit's saying. Flowers bloom at their own rate. Flowers will bloom at the right time. Opportunities will present themselves, but you gotta have patience. I know that some of you have been waiting for a while and you're so excited to charge ahead, but to know that, to keep that energy and just know, trust in divine timing and that it will happen. It just needs to be the right time. Yeah, especially because this rose, the card itself kind of feels like it's quicker. So this feels like the opportunity presenting itself, and sometimes you feel like you've missed the opportunity, but you have not. It's just not come to full circle just yet. If there's a divine plan, it will all make sense once it happens. Okay, so for the last thing in your pumpkin, we have a coin to ask some yes or no questions. You can either ask up to 3 questions. I'm going to be doing this 3 times, with this being yes and this being no. Or you can choose a number, 1, 2, or 3, kind of like how we do in the pick card reading when you're selecting what pile you feel the most drawn to. You can choose what turn you feel the most drawn to ask your question during. It's up to you what you feel called to do. So with that being said, if you'd like to pause the video to think of some questions, you can. All right, let's get into question number 1. So we have a yes for question number 1. And for question number 2, we have another yes. It kind of feels like a reassurance thing, but everyone may have different questions here, so that could be specific for someone. It almost reminds me of a penguin too, so might be important for you to look that up. All right, question number 3. We have another yes, triple yes. That's pretty cool. Noticing how we have the green here and also in the fluorite crystal, so maybe there'd be some heart chakra related things going on, especially with that heart to heart right here. All right, let's get into your cards and see if any of this ties in. If any of that resonated with someone watching this, I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below. Yeah, with the frog here too, it makes me think of like wanting to leap at an opportunity before it's arrived. I need to take a drink of water real quick, you guys. I've done a lot of talking. I'm starting to stumble over my words more. Okay, so let's see what cards you guys have for pile number 3. Alright, let's start with your Halloween tarot. Let me get that out for you. We have the King of Pumpkins, so definitely know that your time is coming for abundance or things that you want to achieve in life, but again, I'm still getting the sense of like everything happens in its right time and its right time to harvest too. Flowers bloom at their own time. We can't force it to bloom right away, but when it will bloom, you're going to have like a huge financial windfall or a huge break in whatever it is that you're wanting, or some sort of breakthrough coming to you, but you have to give it time. We have Judgment. This definitely feels like impatience. Feeling impatient, waiting for something to happen, or like questioning, when is this gonna happen? And like trying to speed up the process faster than what it's meant to be. We have the 6 of Imps, which is the 6 of Wands in this reading. Let's see. We have the Magician. Some of you, this again, take what resonates with you. It may not resonate with everybody, but some of you may be trying to force something to happen again, but it's not the right time. Or it's like there's some sort of pressure, or maybe you may be putting some pressure on yourself to keep moving forward really, really fast. And Spirit's saying, no, slow down. And no, if you slow down and nurture these crops right, they will bloom the way they're meant to. You don't always need to speed up the process. And the Two of Bats. So feeling constricted, feeling constrained. So I'm going to get really serious here and just know this is what's coming up from Spirit. And I feel if it's coming up from Spirit, somebody needs to hear it. And I'm not going to hold back from saying whatever that is. So take what resonates with you. If it doesn't resonate, just leave it behind. But I feel like some of you might have some sort of feeling where you really don't like standing still. And this doesn't just come up with whatever the situation is. I feel like some of you may not like stillness or uncertainty or being in this kind of limbo stage here with the Two of Bats, feeling uncertain, not knowing what direction to go or when this is happening, but trust in the timing. This is also a message to trust in the timing. Things will happen when they're meant to, but not by being forced. Whatever it is that you're wanting will happen, but the flower needs to bloom on its own with the right nurturance, the right amount of time. And it will happen at the right time. All right. Well, next we have the Eight of Swords. So there's a lot of uncertainty going on for some of you in this pile for whatever reason this month. Or you may be feeling like your hands are tired. There's nothing you can do about something. And this is a separate message too. Like you do have all the power. So that kind of, it's a little contradictory. So that can apply to some of you and some not. No, the universe is also, it is within you, and there's a divine time for everything. And okay, no, I get it. Okay, so this reaffirms this feeling of being trapped. And spirits, again, we're gonna get really deep here, but this is coming up, so I'm just gonna say it. I'm just a messenger, you guys. Some of you are being forced to slow down, and it's triggering something inside you. Maybe you've been using something to distract yourself from being slowed down, because whatever happens when you slow down, really think about why you need to slow down. What is there? Why does this bother you? What is going on in this way? The Three of Cups makes me think that your time is coming. There's celebration coming. It kind of reminds me of the friendship fortune we got up there, but know that that is going to happen for you. I also see like some event allowing some sort of opportunity here for what it is that you are wanting, but that event needs to happen on its own timing too. But anyway, let's get to the next. Four of Swords, a lot of mental energy. We have the Two of Bats, which is the Two of Swords, and also the Eight of Swords, and now we have the Four of Swords. So really beating yourself up, but there's a need to rest, replenish, and be okay with some stillness for now. But know it has a reason. Know that there's a reason for this. Know that there's a reason for a standstill. And it's just like in life, the flowers cannot bloom without rain, without water. They need the nurturance. They need the right kind of lighting. Some of them need the right kind of temperature in order to seed just right. So in order to bloom just right. So know that everything that you've seeded down or whatever you're waiting for, it's not for nothing, but there's a need for patience within this. We have boundaries. It kind of makes me think of more of the sword energy because obviously we have an athame. Cycles, everything comes around at its right time. And fertility, so there's some romance going on for this pile, and intimacy too. This could be in regards for some of you, I'm feeling it could be in regards to rekindling something. So Some of you may have been kept from somebody for whatever reasons in life where that may have happened, and you really want to have a heart-to-heart with somebody, somebody very close to you, whether this is romantic, whether this is a friendship. Oh, the room just got colder. Interesting. Whatever this is, but you feel like you're in a standstill to where you can't say what you really want to say just yet, and this is a time for some heart healing, to really go into that space within, to the to this area that feels like it's at a standstill, to dig deep in that restful energy and be okay with it. Challenge yourself to be okay with it in the month of October. Challenge yourself to not charge ahead so fast, and know that it's okay to wait. Know that you are not running out of time. And that's interesting that it came up in the cards up here. And we have Houndor. It looks like it's running ahead. It's kind of reminding me of, I believe it's the Eight of Wands in my head. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it's the Eight of Wands, where it's forward moving, wanting to move quickly. And then we have Charmander over here, where it's looking at something off in the distance. It's not there yet, but you see how the rain is falling down. We also have Bloom here. This connects me to saying things are going to happen in the right timing, but you have to let the seed be nurtured first. You have to let it happen on its own time, or allow it time. Allow yourself to rest too. There's a reason why you may be feeling like you have to run away from the standstill, and Spirit's also telling you to really slow down and question why it's hard for you to slow down, because this is something separate too from the situation. And again, this is turning pretty serious, but this is an important message for someone watching this, is to be okay with the process. Know this is not always about the destination, but the route to getting there. We have the Six of Imps, and it's almost like they're going a certain direction in this in particular. And just know that you are going places. You are going to where you want to be, or reconnecting with somebody, or connecting with someone, but it has to be at the right time, and certain things cannot be forced, and you'll be glad when it happens. But just, Spirit wants you to know that you don't need to be discouraged, and things will happen, but there's a lesson involving patience here, and digging deep within this restful state, and being okay with rest, and focusing on yourself as well. Also just knowing that these cycles happen. We have the different moons up here, the different moon phases, the phases of the moon, everything. Each phase of the moon is important in its own way. Each one is significant. Each one has meaning, even if it's not always at its full state, in its full phase. Each one has some importance. Even the dark moon has importance. Even that time of rest, of going within, of waiting for something to happen, or being by yourself for a little bit, for whatever that means. Just know that everything happens at its own pace, and this too shall pass. It's okay to not always have the answers, but to know that there is some sort of plan, even if things are seeming a bit rocky, even if you feel like you're giving up on love. Maybe this is a love message for some of you, but knowing that things will happen in their right time. I do feel that, especially with the Three of Cups here. And we also have friendship here too, so maybe some of you are wanting to connect with friends. There's friends around you that you want to be around, but maybe you feel like you cannot be around them, or they live far away from you. And this is Spirit saying that it will happen in divine timing. When the time is right, it will happen. And not be discouraged away from this. You'll be connected with your soul tribe, but it's important to have the focus on yourself right now. Yeah, standing strong within yourself with this Athame here, standing tall within yourself, and like being by yourself. And I'm trying to not stumble over my words. Um, being okay standing by yourself in the meantime and being in your own energy and knowing the phases will pass and they will come back around, and this is how life is. Knowing things will happen at their own divine timing. So with this fluorite crystal, I'm thinking maybe this is a crystal you may want to spend some time with to help with mental clarity. I'm hearing putting your anxiety also at ease and a reminder of that. And yeah, especially with this heart chakra energy, healing in your own time, giving your heart its own time for some of you as well. Missing somebody, but just trusting in the process and knowing you can't force things to happen, that they will happen in the right time when the seed is nurtured just right and it has its own time. And again, this could be with a connection, this could be with some endeavor, whatever this means, or some connection that someone you want to reconnect with. Know it will happen, but you need to give time to whatever this is. Let me see what else. I'm also hearing it's almost like once you're okay with whatever the standstill is or whatever that means, it's like something will pop up out of the blue too, or it'll happen quickly, but you have to be okay with the standstill and rest. Alright, that's all I have for you, pile number 3. I hope that you enjoyed your reading. If you did, be sure to give me a thumbs up, comment down below if this resonates with you, and subscribe to my channel if you are new and you enjoyed this video and like to see more like it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you enjoy your month of October.